Guess we're on. How are you? Sorry, I keep covering my face all the time. How are you? No, really. Um, so we got a lot to get to tonight. I'm a little closer up, a little more intimate feel here this evening. Um, we're kind of chop chop tonight, because we got kind of a new little tailoring of what we got going on here. Um, I'm not going to get sidetracked as much as I do. I'll get sidetracked later on. I just got out of the shower, so I'm all puffy and whatever. So, I got a little list I flashed earlier. Let's do this. Let's do some of this. And let's also talk about some of what not to expect here anymore. Because I don't have haters or anything, but God, I don't know. It's so weird. I know it's weird that you're like my best friend and you're a jillion people. Maybe it's because like I have a one-to-one with each one of you. So I feel like I'm getting through to like a single person at each time. I don't care. I'm the underdog, I guess. Apparently, I'm a anti-influencer. I'm regurgitating stuff. I'm drowning with information, and I am not a negative dude. You know what? Today it was like, this and that. Am I feeling Mr. Depression coming on again? And I said, F the fuck not. And guess what? I'm gonna teach you a little pig Latin so we can get, past the uck phase and the uck says, which you may be able to pick up on the kind of the reversal of syllables. I don't know if that's been tried, and I don't even know what I'm allowed to say here, but whatever, if we have time for it. So, and I don't mean ever, come across like, okay, let's move on, cha-cha. If you see that, it's because, I don't like hunt down feedback, right? I don't need to tell you that there's a blue button down there that you can press if you want to subscribe. Yeah, I have 40 subscribers, but I have 9,800 views in 2 weeks. We started this, I think it was 13 days ago. I think we're at 9.7 hundred full views. And four of those clips were like 1,000K views per. And people say that's, we only have 44 subscribers. I guess, so that, means that more people are not subscribing or finding me or something. But again, there's a blue button there. I don't need to, if you want to see me on your feed, I guess that, pops me up in your little thing or whatever. Do it. Hey, I am not low energy, by the way. And I did my little prep that I did last night for you guys. Still works, huh? Not too bad. Lighting's not perfect. Still don't have circle lights. Nothing against those folks with circle lights. I just can't afford them. And who cares? This is not about me not being able to afford anything. This is about you learning Pig Latin so we can get around those folks. Which is doubly weird because you are some of those folks, and then, I don't know, then it gets insane. So, speaking of insanity, this show, I'm still going to be looking at that little red thing to see that it is 15 minutes max tonight, because tonight is the night of a new lineup. Skip all these sidetracks. I'm not here to do a job, I mean, yeah, I'm writing a book, and I got another book, and even that sounds like, hey, I got a book, and blah, blah. Well, okay, so my book is lit. I double check with the publisher, like it's, they're like, oh, 15th, no problem. And then I always have this like post it. So, when people tell me like, you're drowning people with information or you're, giving away the mother load or whatever. Well, I wish I could stop all of these millions of post-its in my head that could create 50 books. I really do sometimes, but they're there. They're there for a reason. They affect my behavior for a reason, and you have to read the first book to fully understand me from now on. Because the weird thing is, you already do know me. You can jump in on any one of these videos and follow maybe one and kind of know who I am. Because I kind of tell everybody what to expect. Speaking of what to expect, here's what we're gonna do. Here's some like things. I never make notes, but this is like new lineup stuff, whatever. So I just didn't. We have 15 minutes, and so I'll explain why, or maybe not. But I guess what you're not going to see. I've been looking over my videos. and stuff for 2 weeks. And, I'm very objective. Like, I just am like a super objective person. But unless I'm off the rails, and then everything is completely subjective, and you're running over me with a Mack truck, and like I have no like flesh. Um, but whatever. Anyway, what we're not is clickbaity. I looked over a few of those, and I guess I was trying to be like clickbaity or whatever in my videos. None of my videos are too long, and I know that some of you love them, and I love sharing them with you, but I cannot be sharing all this fabulous with you at 24-24 minute stretches, much less 34-minute stretches. It's just this, even a news show, your average sitcom is actually 23 minutes long. That's what you have to work with, because you work in 7 minutes worth of commercials. So when you see another sidetrack, when you think you're seeing a 30-minute sitcom, you're basically seeing 23 minutes of whatever they've been desperately able to squeeze into there at the last minute to make a half-hour sitcom. So I'm gonna like clickbaity stuff, even if they ask you to write the title. Blah, blah, I mean, I looked over my titles, and the ones that like resonate for me most are just like, No Holds Barred TV, Robin Hood Diaries, which this is, and something just that kind of points to something, instead of like, hey, guess what to expect, E.T. and all these other horrible things, and let me make light of it. No, that's clickbaity. Yuck, puke. So what is this? Oh yeah, so shows. Shows have been like, I've been lucky to have a show for like 20-minute stretch. And good or bad, there's a part of each of the shows I love, but it's only because it's me. Because this is not therapeutic. It's there are days when, and there's not like a million things going on for me except in here, like figuring out life for like 4 people, like simultaneously, while juggling and doing plate spinning, like we all do. All of us do that. Well, I'm not here to complain. So the other thing, so the show's going to be cut a little bit. They're going to be trimmed a bit. I'm going to try and keep them at 10 minutes per night, because I'm going to do this thing for you every night until I'm like, the haters are like, stop. You're drowning us. You're selling books or whatever. Well, again, where the subscription button is. It's blue. I'm not here. It's great if you want to buy my book. This is what drove me online, is to tell my story. I'm not trying to be like the underdog. I'm not trying to be like overly sincere or catch you off guard with my candor. That's not what's going on here. I need you. And it's not because of my book, okay? But get the book. It's a donation book. The reason I wrote it, as I regurgitated a million times, it was for me. I wrote it for me, and if I can share it with you at cost, with postage and a $9, helping me go to Walgreens, then great. But the book is the book. The book speaks for itself, and in a way, I really don't. It's not that I don't need to promote it. It's like, it is a good book. It speaks for itself, and I'll remind you of how to get it, and the kind of things that you do. Anyway, the book, whatever. So, and some of this subject matter that I address, I can imagine that people are coming away from 26 minutes of that like depressed. Okay, no matter how charismatic I may be, it is. The groceries are wet, even if they're in a plastic bag, right? So I'm a depressed guy. So I don't want to lay you out with all this, itchy. We'll get to the pig Latin. I'm not Mr. Notes here. The teasers are going to be like lead-ins. They're not like, hey, that's my show. Don't forget. Don't forget. YouTube is like in perpetuity for millennia. Don't forget, okay? The reason I do this scheduling lineup thing now is because this is not Meet the Press. Again, I cannot recap my week spontaneously for your interest on Sundays. It's my life is a series of snapshots, and if you're interested in those snapshots, grab them. If you're not, then skip them. But oh my God, the idea of sitting down here every week, like some people suggest, and be like, like a podcasty type of like review of what every day, and then how do you break that into terms of feelings and timing and letting me like tell you at like like 1:30 in the afternoon that I need to like show you how fabulous Shirley Murdoch is because I'm going to scream her in the bathroom for 5 seconds. Getting to the lineup. Anyway, that's what. Another cool thing, real quick, I thought might be interesting, is because I'm like the anti-technician as well. Maybe every once in a while, since I know some interesting folks, why don't I just take my husband's phone and get them on speakerphone, put them right next to me. That's my cat, King. Uh, Put them right next to me and like have some sort of like podcast interview on the fly, like because this is guerrilla warfare anyway. I don't, I got my expense so far is like 2 light bulbs and some of that powder foundation to what we did yesterday and created a whole show about. So I don't know, maybe that's cool. Locations, oh my God, please let's not do locations anymore. I have like an aversion reaction to locations now because of that, like that rant, like Rage Against the Machine one a couple nights ago. I dragged you out on location. So that's that. Here's the new lineup, if you like. And it's so ridiculous because I guess I don't know. I'm not going to drown you with what I don't know. Look how cute Sean is. He doesn't know anything. That's not a gimmick. It's not like, oh, how cute Sean doesn't know anything. So let's watch him because he's so entertaining. Not that I would ever condescend to you like that because he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, I really, honestly, you know what? This phone that you, just as a matter of interest, what I'm recording you on right now, or you're recording me, or it's recording us, is the book is what I used to write my whole book. It's 20 years, all post-its, but it was on this phone. Ooh, historic phone. It's like, what are they, bronze baby shoes when you get famous or whatever. We'll have to bronze this phone. I have a new tablet my husband got me just now, so I'm going to jump on the second book because it's like, it's bigger, it's nicer, I'm old, there's finger, what the hell, what are they called? Ergonomics. So, long and short of it, why don't we do this as for what to expect daily? I like to jump in with these, 57-second, 10-second, whatever clips of just, I don't know, I need to tell you something. Or sometimes, unfortunately, I have to do these like freaky ass music clips that are clever with beginner endings and endings that fit into 5 seconds. So that's fun. It's me, it's video. And the other fun thing I noticed is kind of works within this time frame is, I've been like regurgitating stuff. It's 13 and we have 2 minutes. Stuff on social media, so many different ways. And, long and short of it is this is like kind of my only way kind of from now on. I'm not writing off social media, but I pour my heart into it. And I know people find it disturbing or love it. But it just I'm in a vacuum kind of, I'm in a vacuum kind of, and that's what you're here for me. That's why you're here for me, and hopefully I'm here for you, because it's to step out of that vacuum of like I'm screaming at the world and no one is hearing. Everyone's hearing. I love my peeps, but I need a little more than that. So, and the last part of the lineup is let's keep the shows at 10 minutes. With all those ideas of, let's call out my friends and do live, like, guerrilla podcasts and stuff like that. So what to expect? Man, I hate to let you go like this. I'm going to go get something to eat, and, like, I'm going to have a good night. I'm not going to make tea because I'm like, ugh, too much tea. I think I'll go to the corner and get something for $5. So we have about a minute, and this is even going to be longer than what we're going to do, because we're going to have the 5-second short, whatever, freaky surprise, it usually has something I want to punch through. Like today's was like, Jesus, man, where are these like billionaires coming up with all this crap? And I sent a text to my husband, and then he's like, I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And we're back and forth. I said, let me print screen this, and I'm gonna circle it and post it on on YouTube. Check it out. So that's the kind of thing. 10-minute show, a minute or much less of fun with you, looking at you, saying something, and then to expect, one of those like, 2 to 5 seconds, like, hey, hey, whatever hey means. I just really like being here, you guys, and I'm just gonna be here until I like, I'm not here, and I don't plan on being here because today, my husband went into what is very common, which is these respiratory attacks. And there's not enough time to get to the ER sometimes, because he can stat to 80 in 20 minutes. That's not enough time for even the ambulance to arrive. So these attacks do happen. They're exertion and stress and things like that. Extremely severe COPD. So it came really close, you guys, today, really close. I mean, it was just really close. And luckily, I know what I know. And each time we have to work through this because, hey, kids, I can't afford $1,000 ambulance trips, okay? And I'm faster and quicker and no more within 6 minutes than anyone can fall out of the sky with. So there you go. That was my day, and it's good now. I took a shower. I knew I was talking to you, and I knew I had really nothing to talk about except that here's what we're going to do, okay? So as usual, hand to mouth. Oh, the pig Latin. Okay, I'm going to go 1 second over. Just a taste, the S word would be itche, not it, not what it is. Say the word, and then say itche. The F word would be ukfe. Okay, so that would be ukfe, but now say the word as it is with the F word, and say ukfe, and then say you're going to say S word, itche. So you get the drift. Those are the 2 words. I'm not going to use any worse ones, but you get the switch of syllables. So when I say stuff like that is just a total ukfe. It's the F word. If I'm saying itche, man, that's the S word, man. Got it. I love you forever. They're not going to get us or me or us. You know what I mean. I love you. And I will see you tomorrow for 10 minutes tomorrow evening, and I will see you, those little, like, see you in your dream kind of moments during the day, okay? Bye.